Well, hello! Today I'd like to invite you to my first impressions of a Parker Flighter 180. Now, I'm excited about this pen because it has kind of a unique nib. So let's just dive into it. But first, I just want you to remember, first impressions are exactly that. This is my gut feeling, my first ideas, without knowing all the facts, without any experience with the pen. So let's take a look. So it arrived, I want to say arove, don't tell my English teacher. It arrived in vintage packaging, which was nice, and reveals, oh, actually, what's this? Oh, if your Parker needs attention while in the United Kingdom, take it to a Parker dealer or to our showroom at Bush House, Strand, London, WC2, or send it by registered post to our service department at Parker Pen Company Limited, Easter Docks, Dover, Kent. I wonder if they would still honor that. So when I first revealed that I had this pen, I misidentified it as a Parker 45 because it does look a lot like a Parker 45. But it's not a Parker 45. Now the Flighter, I believe, has to do with the fact that it's metal. I don't like metal pens particularly, but it's okay. It has a textured plastic grip. I'm trying to save the surprise here for a minute. Parker, the arrow clip. Nothing else really on the body. So let's take a look at the grip. A nice textured plastic grip, which I appreciate. Now, it did not come with a converter, so I installed a twist converter. I was told that I would have to use Parker's slide converter, but it turned out not to be necessary. So, pleased about that. Mainly because I didn't have one that was empty. The nib is the weird one. What? What? So what we have here is a nib that is an extra fine and a medium. When I saw this for sale, I had to know. I had to try it out. So you get to find out with me how this thing writes. I feel like with this pen, I should probably use Parker ink, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use Iroshizuku Tsuyu Kakusa, which just looks attractive. So we'll see how I like it. So I'm going to try and involve you in the filling experience as much as I can by giving you a little bit closer up, but this bottle is on the small side. Lots of bubbling going on, so I suppose that's a good sign. Once more, just for luck. This also has the side effect of flushing out the feed. Now, I will say I advise if you buy a vintage pen, except maybe from certain retailers, always, whoops, look what I just did by accident cleaning it off. Pulled out the feed. Whoops. So, now we know how that's attached. Apparently the nib and feed are friction fit. What I was about to say before that happened was whenever you buy a vintage pen, you should flush it out with some cleaning and such before you write with it, because you never know what the previous owner did with the pen or where that pen has been. Now we're going to do this a little differently from my typical review, because what I'm going to try to do is give you both writing experiences. So I'm going to write on one side with the medium and the other side with the extra fine. So there's the names of the pen. Name of the pen. I suppose it only has one name, doesn't it? Okay, when I write like this, with this side up, this is the medium. When this side is up, it's the extra fine. And as far as the nib goes, let's see how I can do about getting you a close-up there. This is one of those deals where I almost think a macro lens on my camcorder would be good, but guess what? So the ink in both cases is Iroshizuku Tsuyukusa. I can already feel that the nib is somewhat flexible. It's a long, slender nib, and especially when writing with the medium, I'm feeling a lot more flex. I don't know how much flex there actually is, but let's find out. I think there's a little flex with the medium, none with the extra fine, but that plastic thing pretty much guarantees there won't be. As far as wetness and flow, no trouble keeping up, and I have to say both nibs so far are very smooth. The smear test. As expected, the medium is a lot more smeary, but surprisingly the extra fine has much better spelling than the medium nib. I usually do reverse writing, but what would be the point? So let's just jump straight to the Pierre Gustafson test. So in both, yes, you can now tell that I use the back sides of these notebook pages. So in both cases, it has no trouble keeping up. I'm very pleased with the writing experience actually with this pen, so kudos. I definitely think the medium is more fun than the extra fine. I think the extra fine perhaps is a bit too extra fine, but if you're looking for an extra fine, I guess that's what you want, and I'm just not an extra fine guy. My daily writing, I like a fine, and that's that. Now, an important test for somebody like me. Okay, failed that test, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. With effort, it will slip over the shirt, although admittedly this is kind of a thick shirt, but doesn't just slide right on like some pens do. So, yeah, Parker 180 Flighter Medium Extra Fine Edition. And of course, remember, this is a first impression only. You never know until you've really written with a pen for a while whether you like it and what the good and bad qualities are. And who knows, down the road I may get more of my facts straight. So I will, after at least 2 to 3 fills, then we'll see how this pen writes and we'll do a proper review. So in the meantime, I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.